The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Money Masters.
Let's go to Carlos in California. Hey, Carlos, what's going on?
I want to thank you guys for all that you do for TFNN. I've been a Tiger for over 10 years. Actually, I started listening to you before I even speak a word of English.
Oh, really?
And the thing that captivated me was when you make like, rawr. I was like, wow, what is that?
That is so cool. And where are you from?
Take it serious. I'm from the south, actually the northwest part of Mexico.
I love
right
it.
next to Guayabitos.
Okay.
It's close to Puerto Vallarta.
Okay, cool.
Yes, and I listen from there, and then when I arrived here, I married my wife, and then I keep listening to your radio station.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
It's such a great thing.
Now, your Money Masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. We get the Dow right now off 15. Nasdaq's up 2. S&Ps are off 3.5. We get gold up 7. Silver is up 27. Platinum's up 16. We get, let's see, oil is flat. Bonds are up 10 ticks. King dollar's up 8 ticks. Euro is down 29. Welcome back, brother.
Thank you, man.
Great to see you, man. I missed you.
Missed you, too.
Yeah. Look at a big smile, so everything went great, right?
Oh, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic, except for all the energy, except when it was over.
Yeah.
You know, what's so cool is that, you know, I was trying to understand why I was feeling so exhausted. But then, and we spent so much time talking about ABCs during the class and really helping people become experts at just some of the real little subtleties in order to be able to, you know, help them trade these markets, understand what's going on.
Right.
And so I equated everything that I had done up to that point in time as my ABCs,
yes.
You know, with you here at TFNN.
Cool.
Also, as I was putting it in perspective,
the B point.
Yeah,
totally.
and clearly we got over that B point with a wide price spread, accelerated volume.
Right.
But once we were over, there was so much energy expended,
right,
that I had to just, you know, it had to bring it back just a bit.
You know, it's cool.
You know,
so picture this, folks. Okay,
it's so cool to get over your B point with accelerated volume.
It absolutely is, man.
You know.
And folks, you got to picture this. You know, we're a tight organization anyway, and you know, the bottom line. My son Tom is the operating officer, so Steve's out there working his butt off, and. You know, we were talking over the weekend, and we know how hard you work.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, and we're saying, okay, so how much do you think he put the roof through? You know what I mean?
My God.
So it was really funny because Sunday night, right?
Yeah.
We're saying, oh yeah, I mean, and it's really cool, folks. It's really cool watching too. It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
amazing. It was great. It was.
Good.
It couldn't have gone any better, really.
Yeah.
Other than I could have found some other energy packs or something.
Yeah, no.
But you get out to the Mile High area, and you know us. Unfortunately, folks, we live at sea level or below sea level.
Yeah. And we really do. You know?
And so all of a sudden, you know, my lips are drying up. Everything is drying up so quickly.
Wow.
So quickly after being out there. But it was really, and you know, what was so cool is I love feedback. You know, one of the things that I've learned from either being around professionals, or you know, watching what it is that they do, they're always looking for feedback. Sometimes people call it criticism. It doesn't really matter what you term it.
No,
but you're always looking for feedback because what a successful person's always doing is they're trying to find other ways to be even more successful.
Yes.
That's how they got successful,
big
right?
time, right.
You're always looking for, you know, for those strategies. So oftentimes, you know, in golf, you take a look at
you don't know unless you ask.
No, exactly.
Yeah,
and you can't ask it just once. You've got to come back 3 or 4 different times, different ways to ask it. But, you know, one of the cool things with video technology, you know, you can go evaluate your golf swing. Now, you can evaluate till you can evaluate till you eventually got to go out there and you got to execute.
Yes.
But what was great was that, you know, we started and the markets were open on Friday, and we just kept going. You know, brought lunch in, and when I was asking for some feedback, you know, how could we make it better? You know, the only real response was, well, you could give us some breaks.
Well,
because we went solid for like 10 hours, 10 hours, folks, and the response was just because I was afraid to leave because I might miss something.
Well, we got an email at the office, folks, and I had to basically whip out my credit card, right? And send a bunch of oxygen tanks over there.
There you go.
great.
That's great to be out in Denver.
Yeah, no, Denver's a great place. It really is. It's a great crowd out there too, man.
Oh, it is.
It always is.
From the moment that I got there and hopped in the cab, I know we got a cabbie that's listening to your show. Because
really?
Yeah. So what do we do? What am I doing?
Yeah.
And so forth. And when I had him, I stopped on the way to the hotel to pick up a couple things. So I had to stop at Kinko's and a couple other places. And when I got back into the car, he said, "See, it's automatically programmed in there, the station." Amazing. So that was pretty cool.
You know, it is really cool too, and we appreciate you growling and prowling out with us. But what does happen is that drivers in general, I can go to many cities, and, we can go, and you'd be surprised whether it's the FedEx drivers, the UPS drivers, the taxi drivers, truckers.
Yes.
Because they're in their cars a lot. Do you know what I mean? And they're buzzing around. Because what happens, folks, just picture it, none of us change our dials a lot. So, like, when we go into a city, we have to go into a city for a full year without expectations that you're going to change the dial. Because,
for sure.
So it's not a easy thing to do. But...
Well, when we're doing the Go Long America tour, you learn so much just from talking to the people that are there.
Right.
And so same thing. It was just like you and I just left. Just boom, hop there, get another taxi, start talking to a driver, seeing what's going on, or what have you.
Yeah.
Talk about what we do, and he's like, "So you can help me make money? That's what you guys do."
We got a great education that day from that guy.
My God.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
That was the attorney, right? The attorney that was coming from.
The guy. Yeah, it was an attorney.
That was in California, right?
That's right.
Yeah, that was pretty intense, man.
Yeah,
that's no doubt.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So
thanks for helping.
Oh,
Phil.
you kidding me?
Oh my goodness.
Growling and prowling out here, no doubt.
It's good to be back, though.
Yeah, it's great to have you back, man. The energy's right now.
Oh,
it's a beautiful thing.
It is.
Totally. Okay, so let's take a look at it. So yesterday, of course, you break topside again. No juice. Bottom line is that the NASDAQ had the spread. There's no doubt about it, man. That spread on the NASDAQ was pretty intense. And it's continuing up there today. And I said to Ken Hoover yesterday, it's like the IBD cult. I mean, the IBD stocks, let me tell you something, right? Folks, if you want to see something, we were pulling some of them up yesterday.
Well, I just during one of the breaks, I pulled up Buffalo Wild Wings. I was like, man, people are paying a lot of money for what's going on with all the food stocks?
Well,
all the food stocks. You got Chipotle, you got...
in the Buffalo, so listen to this now. I was saying this to Ken yesterday, too. Chicken in general, folks, in this recession, was making more money than any restaurant, period. And chicken wings were the biggest.
It's amazing.
Right across the board. Now, but what you have, think about it for a second, right? You have, I happen to like them. Some people might or might not,
Yeah.
But it's at a decent price. You can go into these places and you can have a couple beers and you can get chicken fingers and you can get out of there for $15 or something per person. Which you can't do that eating meat. It's impossible.
Okay, right.
It's absolutely
you're not going to get a steak or what have you.
It's impossible. They've got a good thing going, and if that was the case during the recession, and it wasn't a big way. And what's interesting here is two different things end up happening in 2008, 9, and 10.
Okay.
Is that they were making the business, but then you know what they always continue to do? Put the money into advertising to make it bigger.
For sure.
I get advertising agent. I track the advertising.
Yeah.
They were pouring more money into advertising than just about anyone. So isn't that wild?
And that's what you're saying there is the most subtle, important lesson that people need to understand, that during difficult economic times,
right.
What a lot of people think the formula is to totally pull back.
No.
It's to allow your competition to go ahead and pull back while you pound through.
It's
because
big time.
That's where you're able to then create and pick up market share.
Big time.
In the case of their business, maybe their business has I don't know. I don't follow Buffalo Wild Wings.
Right.
I don't see them popping up all over town like you would see a Walgreens or a CVS or something like that.
I don't even know where one is around here.
Yeah. So they must be getting pretty good same store sales growth.
Yep.
And not that they're not opening up stores, but I mean you just don't see them all over the place.
But that means they get bigger growth coming.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And you'll retain. So if there's a bunch of customers that went there and they had a good experience, no matter how good times get, they'll still probably be able to retain those customers.
I know.
Those clients.
I know. It's pretty wild.
But it is amazing when we start taking a look at, Buffalo Wild Wings, Chipotle, or however you pronounce that name. I still threaten myself that I'm going to stop in there just to see what it's all about. See what a $300 restaurant stock is all about.
Yeah,
it's not even $300. It's $400. $400.
Let me tell you, Chipotle's, you're going to wake up in the morning, Chipotle's going to be at $373. I wouldn't go short the stock. But I've seen this patent before.
Yeah.
This is one of the most disaster patents ever.
Okay.
Every single day, up just a little bit.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Small price
so
spread.
No real conviction.
Oh man, this
anywhere.
is dangerous. Okay. This is like see you later. Absolutely.
But isn't that amazing? I mean, what's McDonald's stock selling for? You take a look at a McDonald's type restaurant.
That's where they absolutely blew it. They blew it when they spun that off.
Yeah. So they're at 97. And
they're at 97. So let's look at something for a second. So they're at 97. They have a PE of 17. Okay.
Yeah.
So if we go, let me go back to Chipotle again, and you can see what the difference is. Look at this. So Chipotle is at 424 and has a PE of 48.
That's crazy.
48. So
that's crazy.
That is okay. So what you have there, if in fact they ever had kept that, oh my God, McDonald's would be through the wall.
Yeah.
I mean, when you smooth that out. That's pretty intense. Meaning, when I'm saying smoothing it out, folks, the PE structure. So it's pretty amazing. It really is.
Yeah, I don't even know how the entire restaurant group, Red Lobster. I don't know how they're doing.
I think that might be Yum Brands. I'm not sure. Well, it's hard. You have Yum and you have Yum is at 71.35. Look at that. Now, see, this is pretty cool, folks. Okay, keep your eyes on this. And if you're in these babies, I'd bail right now. Because what you just did, you went up 90%, and Yum is saying flat out, they want to go to the same place.
Yeah.
That's not the end of the world with Yum. It's only $5 down, but
right.
Let's say that really isn't the end of the world. But if you get volume there, then watch out. Same type of deal, though. Pretty wild.
Restaurants, which are the hardest business to run and operate and make a profit in.
Yeah, no doubt. But evidently there's a spread out there somewhere that DRI, thank you. One of the Tigers just gave us. So it's DR Darden Restaurants. Okay, Darden is that's at 51. That's Red Lobster. That is Olive Garden, I believe.
Yeah, Red Lobster and Olive Garden.
Yeah. Okay, so if we take a look at that, yeah, see, that's operating differently. Interesting, man. See, look at that. That hasn't been able to do it. You already are down on volume to 49. This thing's going to go all the way down to 41. Interesting. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, all you Tigers and Tigresses, we appreciate you all being out there growling and prowling. Don't forget, folks, Steve's going to be in Tampa, Florida, April 13th, 14th, Boston, Massachusetts, April 27th, 28th, Master Trader. We'll be right back.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of investment newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakouts gains. Go to TFNN.com today, click Investment Newsletters, and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on U.S. Treasuries, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you seek to maximize your returns. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, folks. Turns out my best student became my best teacher. Steve Rhodes absolutely raised my standards, and I'll guarantee he'll raise yours.
Thanks, Tom. What I've learned is that if you want more, you must become more. And that transformation, folks, that occurs the moment you decide to become a master. Now, the quickest way to mastery is through immersion. And for 2 solid days in Denver, Boston, and Tampa, I'll create a new standard of wealth for those few trader investors who have a burning desire to succeed. At my Master Trader course, I'll teach you how to create the ultimate money machine. These are the best-kept secrets in the business. Roadblocks, folks. Dabblers give up when they first appear. Stressors last just a little bit longer, but masters expect roadblocks and achieve extraordinary results when they bust right through them. I have all the benefit of knowing the type of wealth creation that I can generate for you. You don't. That's why I'm making this unconditional money-back guarantee. If for any reason you're not satisfied with my Master Trader course, I'll refund every penny. That's right. I take all the risk, and you get all the benefit. Go to the homepage at TFNN.com and sign up today.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. I appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. Now, don't forget, folks, okay, April 13th, 14th, right here, TFNN headquarters, downtown Clearwater. That's a Friday and Saturday. Steve's going to be doing a Master Trader Series. That's April 13th and 14th. Boston, Massachusetts, April 27th and 28th. All the details on the front page of TFNN, and that comes with an unconditional money-back guarantee. So check it out, folks. If you want to really get a great education, get a plan.
I didn't realize how great education was going to be until I gave it.
Yeah, I know.
No, I know.
I know. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was. And great to kick it off in Denver for sure.
You know what's cool, folks, okay, is that...
And we had all kinds. We had individuals that were just like, for me, it's going full circle.
Right.
Because for me, it was going full circle because of attending, the Master Trader Series. Having, have to jump through that window to say, am I willing to invest in myself for what it is that I know I wanted to learn? Is that the quickest way to be able to do it? Which clearly it proved to be. But also from the perspective of when I came and I attended, I didn't know anything about technical trading.
Right.
Versus other folks that were there. And we had some of that same kind of things going on. But as everybody said, it was such a great, it's a tight group out there.
Right.
Now we've created a little, user group or what have you.
Yeah, I know.
These folks are going to be, staying in touch with each other.
Yeah.
Which is very cool. Many TFNN.
No, it's huge, man. It's huge. The thing that's cool, folks, there's a lot of things that are cool, but no matter what all of us do for a living, I'm coming into work this morning, and, got a big smile on my face, and I normally do anyway. But I was really happy this morning, and this is what it had to do with. Is this? It's really funny how things work, right? I'm out walking early with Harley, just looking around, saying, "Man, this is so beautiful." And it's like 5 o'clock in the morning, right?
Yeah.
And the stars are still out there. And
Sure.
And I'm always trying to figure out, okay, what's it all about? You know what I mean? And you don't know. I mean, what's life all about? You really don't know.
Yeah.
But all I do know, so that was my question at 5 o'clock this morning, right?
Got it.
And I question that a lot, okay?
Yeah.
But then I'm walking in. I says, you know what? I don't know what it's all about, but I know this is exactly what I want to be doing.
Exactly.
And it's so cool because when that happens, it's like, okay. So then the next thing is going through my head. I says, okay, so if this is exactly what you want to do, then, you get the yin, you get the yang. And I says, you know what, man? You just lay it out here on a continual basis.
Absolutely.
And my point is, folks, no matter what you do that, because then that's the name of the game. I just think that's the name of the game, because we only know what we know. You know what I mean? We don't.
Oh, there's no question about that.
We only know what we know,
sure.
and if that's what makes you happy, well, go do it.
Yeah.
Because the rest of it will come and play, folks. You'll get exactly what you want if. That whole thing about, you love yourself, you're going to love everyone else. I think that's true.
Oh, totally.
Because then you're going to have respect for respect for opinions, you have respect for all of that, but you'll be doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
And there's no reason to waste any time.
No, as we know from that movie In Time.
Oh, and listen to this.
So great.
Listen to this. Listen to this. Okay, so this weekend, my wife Angie, she's down visiting Justin, right? And that's exactly what they did. Is that they watched In Time, and it was so cool. It's unbelievable. Okay, now. There's a story I was going to tell. I couldn't tell the story by myself last week, okay? I got to tell you this story. This is a funny story, folks, okay? So picture this, right? This is a husband and wife story, right?
Okay.
And I told Angie I'm going to tell the story, and I just told her, I couldn't figure out how to tell it the first time it's happening last week. So picture this, right? Angie, so I'm going to back up. Angie and I have known each other 13 years, right? And I never realized people shopped as much as they shop.
Okay.
I never did, okay, until I met her and met her children. So picture this. I first meet her, and I had one pair of sunglasses,
Right.
I thought that was great, one pair of sunglasses,
absolutely.
Well, by the time I know her for about, I don't know, maybe a year and a half, I have like 3 or 4 pairs of sunglasses. She always keeps buying me sunglasses, right? I probably had maybe, 10 or 11 shirts, right?
Right.
A year and a half later, right, I look at my closet, I got 25 shirts, right? I'm saying to myself, oh my God, I can't believe this, right? So picture this. So as time goes by, last week, right, and I don't like, I like less stuff, really, particularly furniture in my house, right?
Yes, understood.
So what ends up happening, right? So picture this, folks, right? And we have a beautiful house, and she's immaculate and she keeps it great, and I have no complaints. It's not even close. But what does happen? And you stay right there, because I tell you this punchline, you're not going to believe this thing. You're not going to believe what she said to me. Oh my God! I mean, this is absolutely a classic.
That's great.
It really is. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. You stay right there, folks. We have the Dow down 7, Nasdaq up 5, S&P's flat. We're going to be right back. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the Rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report. With over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar, The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to TFNN.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes that a carefully selected portfolio can lower volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angela O'Brien, First Vice President and Certified Financial Planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
In the world of financial markets, there's a new player in town with an exciting new way to trade the markets. Nadex now offers binary options as well as bull spreads in a wide range of indices along with commodity and forex markets. With as little as $100, you can gain access to a new way to trade global financial markets while guaranteeing that your risk will always be capped. Nadex allows you to multiply your trading opportunities in ways never imagined before and access markets you once thought were out of reach. With short-term trading opportunities available, including binary options expiring each hour the market is open, Nadex allows you to take advantage of a variety of market conditions regardless of volatility or market direction. Now is the time to take advantage of this exciting new market. Don't let this trading opportunity pass you by. Open your account today by clicking on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Nadex, a better way to trade.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. Right now, you got the Dow down 1, Nasdaq's up 7, S&P's are flat. And don't forget, folks, coming up next 11 to 12 Eastern Time is going to be Kate Stalter. She's going to be doing the small cap roundup with you. Victor Jones is coming from Thinkorswim headquarters, 12 to 1. Then Ken Shreve, 3 to 4, and we'll be back here 4 to 6. So,
all right. So you're talking about get some furniture. We get
some furniture. So I come home, okay, folks. So I come home, and when I come home, there's these 2 huge boxes in the courtyard, right? And I look, I say, oh no, I know how this thing goes, right? Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, what do we have now, right? So Angie says, can you open those for me? And I said, honey, what are in those? There's some mirrors in there. I said, where are we going to put the mirrors? Well, one's going to go in the living room, and one's going to go in Kyle's room. I said, what do you mean? I says, this mirror is like 6 feet tall, right?
Yeah.
She just looks at me like, just open them, right? So I know better by now, right?
Yeah,
I open them up, right? So I open them up, taking the mirror out. I says, oh, come on. I says, this is junk. I said, we had enough stuff. This junk got to go, right? So she looks at me. So picture this, folks. You got to picture this. She looks at me. Says, you stink. You stink. What did you do today? You smell, right? I'll tell you, this is what I was laughing. And she has this look at her face. You smell. I can't believe. What did you do today, right? You know, like right off the bat, change that subject. Oh, you
change
stink.
the pattern.
Go take a shower. Go take a shower.
I love it.
So listen to this. So watch how sick this goes. Now, I know I don't stink, okay?
Right,
but here, watch what shakes out. So, I help her do the deal, right?
Yeah.
I'm walking around the house. I'm saying, I don't believe this. Another piece of furniture. I don't want any furniture around here. So, we're going out. Before I go out, you talk about trained? I go in the bathroom, get some deodorant. So it gets better. So last week, when you're doing the Master Trader series, I was almost telling the story, and I couldn't figure out how to tell them the story because it just wasn't coming out right then.
Yeah.
So
that's funny.
Yesterday, I say to Angie, I says, I can't wait to tell that story on the air. So you know what she says to me? You're like a little kid. You're playing in dirt. You stink again. You stink. I was on the ground laughing, man.
That's great.
But this is the wild thing about it. She absolutely means it. I mean, the look at her face and everything. She's it's just hilarious. It really is.
Well, she's an expert at changing patterns.
Oh yes, she is. She is.
Which is so cool because we actually talked about that. We talked about that during our Master Trader course because it's all about patterns.
It is.
We just simply talked about other patterns in life. What it's funny that you
Let me tell you,
story.
When I was in the bathroom putting deodorant on, I said, "This is pretty bad. This is sick."
I love it.
Oh man,
it's too much.
You gotta love it. It really is. And then and this goes back to life too. It's like why even bother about another piece of furniture? And I said to her, we moved around some other furniture.
Yeah.
I says now I says, you gonna put any other stuff in here? Any stuff? Looked at me. Just looked at me like go out my dirt pile. I love it. Seriously, man. Okay, let's take a look at some of these high volume stocks, even though, it'd be interesting to see whether you have high volume or not. We haven't had any volume, period. We got Wells Fargo down 24. You got Charles Schwab off 36. Let's see, JP Morgan Chase is up 3. Citigroup is down 5. Apple, let's go look at Apple. Apple
totally
is it's the point. It's probably, now watch this. This is going to get interesting, folks, because what happens is that it's had about a 45 to 50 degree angle.
At least.
But if this goes up, about another 20, 30 points, it'll probably turn into about a 70 degree angle, which no doubt is parabolic. But it's right there right now, but it's moved over the 609. And don't be surprised if it goes up 20 or 30 points.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's 16.
No.
And then, folks, if that's the case, you definitely get a parabolic move. And parabolic moves always end the same way.
You know what is interesting? It wasn't last week. I think it was the week before that. And so, because we talk about patterns. Okay, you're talking about patterns of Angie. Right. And then so when I got to Apple, I said to folks, I can't tell you what pattern is out here. I'm done trying to figure out the pattern.
That's right, because there is none.
Apple.
Right.
And I said, but if you know of a pattern, I had people, email me. And I had people emailing me all kinds of things.
Really?
Which are great emails.
Oh, cool.
None of them have worked, though, by the way.
Okay,
Because Apple's just, continue to just move up, 614.
Right.
And it seemed like that 580-ish, 589 was going to hold. That hasn't held. It's trading at the top of its range right now today.
Oh yeah,
it's the leader in dollars on the way up today.
Oh yeah,
which says a lot on a $600 stock.
And they're here now. Watch this. So let's see, 604, 5. Okay, so so it's where it should be right now because it overtook that point.
Okay, you're looking at a
10-minute chart in 4 days. So it overtook that with volume. So it should be at 614. Now the real question is going to be, okay, show me what you have from here.
Yeah, what's next?
Yeah, because it had tested. Oh, here. Oh, this gets interesting. Hold it. I can get you. Oh, this is a larger ABC up. Oh, yeah. Watch this, folks. Oh my God, it is. It broke it with. Okay, so here we go. A is 580, just ballparking at 580. So it's $28. 28, so you get 8 is 6. That's 620.
Yeah, but that's just its next short-term move.
Yeah, that's a short term ABC structure on the way up.
That's a short term. Yeah.
But there you go. Now the real question is going to be, what can the Nasdaq do? Because we'll see whether we get any divergence. Yesterday the Nasdaq, you talk about price spread, man. That Nasdaq went in a big way.
Yeah.
If you do
no
remember, though, the way that I believe, 2000, I forget what it was, the S&P or Dow went first. The NASDAQ was last. I know that.
Yeah.
The NASDAQ was the last one, but that was also the most severe crash.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it was big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
So.
King dollar. So, get the dollar.
You talk about acting correctly, man. King dollar came back beautifully.
Well, and it had set up a Gartley sell pattern. So it sets up a Gartley sell pattern up at the top.
Look at that.
Moves down, and then what stopped it was coming into that swing point from February 29th.
Right.
Right to the T.
Right to the T.
I mean, right through it.
It's a beauty, too, man. It's, it's coming in with dramatically lighter volume. Dramatically lighter volume. You're talking, 1/2 the amount of volume, which is pretty sweet. So it's going to need some juice in the way up. We were talking about, so 2 different equities. TVIX crashed. Okay. This is the velocity shares. Now, TVIX right now is trading at 638, and what folks weren't paying attention to is that the net asset value. So the net asset value right now is 591, okay? Which you can see what ended up happening when the crash came in. This equity went from $14 down to the $6 level in 4 days.
Yes.
The second one that it's happening with is GAZ.
Okay. And what is GAZ?
GAZ is also exchange-traded note.
Okay. Natural gas.
And you can see right now, and if you're in the stock, folks, get out, because right now you still have a 53% premium. You had 100% premium 3 days ago, which is just insane. People were paying 100. See this one? Look at this crash.
Wow.
This went from 690 down to 350 in 7 days.
Wow.
And it's going to go lower because exchange-traded notes are cash settlements.
Yeah.
And so they were paying double the amount of that was worth of cash, and then the market caught on to it. The shame is on this one here, and one of our targets picked up on it, and that was too late to pick up on it. But the bottom line is there were options, and I was on to this last Thursday. If I understood options, I'm sure D from Orlando already made a fortune on it. Because you couldn't short the stock, but you could have bought the option.
I see, okay.
And the option was going for, I believe he was talking about pennies, for the $4 option.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And now it's $1. So, yeah, I know. You talk about exchange-traded notes.
That's intense.
Isn't it wild? Now, and what you have inside these folks, okay, this you're going to love this. This wasn't really the retail crowd. This was the hedge fund crowd.
No kidding.
That absolutely did not know what they were doing.
Wow.
And I'll show you something else.
Wow.
With that.
Wow.
If you think the hedge funds and the pros actually think they, that know more than you folks, they absolutely don't. In fact, I'm going to show you. I'm going to pull up this fund. It'll take me a second. But this is what the story is. You had 4 guys leave Goldman Sachs.
Okay. Right.
Prop traders, did the whole bit. They raised $4.5 billion.
Yeah.
They've been in business 2 years and they haven't made a dime since. Okay? They haven't lost a lot. They've only lost 2.5%, 4%. It's a story that's out there today, but this is what
That's interesting.
This is how it works. The difference, and I don't even call them traders. If you are working on a desk, they call them prop traders. They're absolutely not prop traders, folks. Because what happens is that when you're at a firm at a desk, you see the orders coming through.
Right.
Let me tell you something.
Right.
You show me orders, I will show you a cash register that you need billions of cash registers because the money just flows.
Sure.
It's not even close.
Sure.
Once they got out of there, they can't make money.
Without that information.
That information is so powerful, it's unbelievable. That information, you know where orders are, you know where they're coming in. It's like when I'm doing the bankrupt bonds. I was the market.
Right.
When you're the market, it's a no-brainer. It's a trade, but it is certainly not my definition of what we do. It's not even close.
Right.
Because you have information that is valuable. And you have order flow. Order flow, folks, is the name of the game. With order flow, what ends up happening, and order flow specifically, if you don't understand how this works, now check this out. Every firm, every large firm, all of their, brokers have to go through that firm. They're taking off their own people. Boom, let's hear it. Okay, boom, boom, boom. And, it's 5, 10, 15, 20 cents at a time. Those 15, 20 cents at a time, okay? let me tell you something, are just amazing. Okay? I mean, so I saw that story this morning. I says, oh, man. Now, the amazing part about that story is that most people that have that much bread that are given, they should know the difference between a prop trader at a firm versus, a prop trader at a hedge fund, because it's much harder.
Yes.
It's absolutely much harder.
Understood.
So, pretty wild, though, right?
No, it is.
It really is, man. So.
I love it.
Gold. Let's go look at gold. Gold did a, let's see, GCJ. She's done a nice counter-trend bounce, but that's it. That's all she wrote, And it's going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out. The reason that I'm saying that is that we came down, we have a confirmed ABC structure on a weekly.
Yep.
On the daily, it looks like we just set up a larger one. And if that's the case, watch out, man. All the volume characteristics are correct. So you're back on the 1688. That was ice. You had 343,000 contracts there. You had the price spread yesterday, but you went 196.
Yeah, it looks to me like what it wants to do here is just trade sideways here for a bit.
Oh yeah,
but the range you're talking about is 17.15 or so. Down into the 1620s.
Yeah, 1530.
Well, get down there. Yeah, I think that's where it's headed. It looks like this wants to maybe build a little bit of energy.
Yeah, and of course the equities are a mess, folks. The equities, the equities are saying, hey, we're going lower. So we'll see where this shakes and bakes.
Which one's the strongest that's holding up better than you would have thought, would you say?
That's a tough one.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's a tough one. They're all at the bottoms of these ranges, Yeah. Look at Gold Corp. Gold Corp's down at 54, you're at 45.
Yeah.
Rheingold Resources, of course, that has the military coup going on. That baby is at 90. I suspect at 75 that's going to be a beauty. An Eagle, I'm watching an Eagle really closely, but it looks to me, now this stock had come from 85 down to 35, folks. It looks like it wants to basically attack that 31.42 again.
Yeah.
Because if you look at this on a weekly, it's like, okay, it's not done yet. That one there, I think, is going to be able to perk up, and we'll find out if that's the case.
Now, is there one that fundamentally, because I know you take a look at these equities, not just really from the chart
both
side,
ways. That's
but
right.
From the fundamental, is there some disconnect out there that you're seeing?
No.
Fundamentally, that doesn't.
No, because their costs are going up way too much.
They are.
Yeah, the costs.
So it's their energy costs. Is that
energy
really
costs,
what's with $107 a barrel oil? Is that their big?
That's their biggest cost. And labor.
Okay.
Labor's going up.
Okay.
Labor's going up big time. They can't get enough people, and they're not getting the grade that many of them say they get.
So the grade meaning ounces per.
Yeah, exactly.
However they
getting that mineral out of the rock. Getting the mineral out of the rock is a different ball game. If we go over to,
did you get a chance? Did you see that special that CNBC has been running on the gold? Bob Pisani did. I don't know how long ago he did it, but.
I saw parts of it.
Okay.
I did see parts.
I only saw parts as well. Kind of an interesting. I think it's just a 30-minute piece.
Oh, yeah. No, it's definitely interesting.
Yeah.
The Rand is something I'm watching. See, the Rand just rejected lows again.
Okay.
Rand gets to 840 again. It's going to be the South African again.
Got it.
Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pezzavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to tfnn.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650. I should get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Catch Kate Stalter on the Small Cap Roundup, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 11 a.m. Eastern. Up next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. Don't forget, folks, come on down and visit Steve. Tampa, Florida, April 13th and 14th. That's a Friday and Saturday. Boston, Massachusetts, April 27th and 28th.
It's going to be great.
It's a beautiful thing, no doubt.
Yeah, it was just such an incredible experience.
Yeah,
it really was.
Yeah,
I mean, just the amount of education that was able. Well, what it turned out to be, when we really boiled it all down, it was the best of Tom O'Brien, so it was the best of you that I was teaching. It was the best of Larry Pesavento that I was teaching. Yeah. It was the best of Tony Robbins that I was teaching. That was really what. And then there were a couple of other things. But really, it was the best of.
The best of Steve Rhodes.
No, it was the best. It was the best of you guys, which was. I talk about the whole key. There's always 2 ways you can do things. You can do things on your own. Just takes you longer to do it, or you can compress decades into days by just simply, and so much of it, what was great for me was simply being able to come up with the stories or the analogies of being able to link the known to the unknown from a teaching standpoint.
That's right.
And when we really boiled it down, and that's what they wanted, they wanted to be able to get from here to there. From point A to point B. And then it was so great for me because it just forces you to really focus on being able to try to communicate clearly.
That's right. Because it's only a math business. That's all, it's a money management. That's all it comes down. Once you get the patents done, then it's like, okay, what's the management going to be?
Yeah.
How are you going to
And these guys gave me, there were a couple areas. There's some areas. There were some things that we would do, and you could just see the light bulbs going off.
Yeah,
and the smiles on the faces.
No,
and I was just like, ooh, that was good, because that one hit home. And then there'd be a couple times where you'd be like, okay, the eyes are glazed over. Either we're too tired, let's get some sugar, or change that. But so there's a couple things I know that I'm going to be working on, just to try to, just find some additional correlations.
Yeah, the light bulbs are cool.
But it is great because you see them going on. It's like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
just like being in the den, seeing those light bulbs.
No,
going on.
that's right. And folks, trading wise, what seems to happen, and this has been a long time, but I think you learn the most amount of trading. Probably, like, let's say you're doing it a year and a half. That after about a year and a half to about 3 years, that's where, man, you might as well be in a nuclear zone. There's so many light bulbs that can go off. Yeah, and then after that, you don't get as many. You really don't. You know what I mean? But every one you get, you want to grab. You know what I mean? You always want to listen. But most of the time, if you really get your head into it, you kind of understand how markets move at that point.
Yes.
But it's really cool understanding that, that's what that is. That's what this is, because a lot of them are always right in front of us. And then all of a sudden you see it and say, oh my God, is that what it is? Isn't that crazy?
Right,
It's crazy how that works. It really is.
Yep, absolutely.
No doubt. So let's see if we'll get any juice. Bottom line is that, let's see, 182 million on the NYSE. And you're dealing with, that's interesting, but that's a higher high. You got the Nasdaq has 515 million right now, with an hour and 10 minutes. But look at that, it's going to be we'll see where this shakes and bakes. It's going to be a big one out here today. Another day, another dollar.
Every day.
It's a beautiful thing.
Oh, my goodness.
You stay right there, folks, because we're going out to beautiful Santa Fe, New Mexico. We got Kate Stalter. She's doing the small cap roundup. She's on her horse out there. She's got her lassos. She's going.
I love it.
Totally. Then we're going to go from Santa Fe to beautiful Chicago, Illinois. Victor Jones is going to be prowling with you the option hour. Back out to California. Ken Shreve, 3 to 4. Back here, 4 to 6. Thanks for being here, folks. Great to see you again.
You bet.
I've got my partner, Steve Rhodes. The beautiful thing. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. You have a great one. Safe one, folks.
Take care, folks.